Now, tonight we have an 8-game slate chock full of the top guards in the NBA. Adam, starting with you, who's your top play at the position?
Yeah, point guard is pretty deep tonight, way deeper than shooting guard for sure. My favorite point guard play, though, is Mike Conley. We saw what he did to the Lakers just a couple of days ago, and it shouldn't be a surprise. I mean, other than the Sixers, that the Lakers are my favorite team to use point guards against. We know Marc Gasol is out for the year. We know Jeff Green's been traded. We know Courtney Lee has been traded. I think Mike Conley is the engine that drives the Grizzlies train. And in this matchup, at his kind of depressed price point, I think he's a really, really strong play.
Now, Andrew, any concern coming off a game just a couple of days ago against this same team, or is that a reason to build off of with Mike Conley?
Well, I think he's going to be a really popular pick. So if you want to go a different direction in tournaments, I'm totally all right with that. He probably will be a little bit overowned, but it's for good reason. It's a great matchup. They're on the road this time, so I think the game will stay competitive. Really, everything is working in Mike Conley's favor tonight.
Now, Andrew, on your side, you have a different pick here at the guard position, but again, a point guard. Is that due to the peripherals that the steals, the assists that come with being a point guard in the NBA?
Well, I think there's an advantage to having a player that has the ball in their hands at all times. That way, most of, any type of play on the court, they're going to be involved and they're going to accumulate fantasy points for that. Now you've got Kyle Lowry in a big matchup tonight. We're facing off against the Cavaliers. I think both these teams are going to want to show up and win this game. If you're attacking the Cavs, the best position to do that is with the point guard position. And Kyle's been playing great lately. He's top 50 fantasy points a few times. And if you look at the games where he's faced Cleveland already this year, it's happened twice. He's averaging 51 fantasy points in those contests as well.
And Adam, on the other side of this, is there any concern with Kyle Lowry from your point of view? Or if you're up at here, the top, some of the more expensive point guards, you feel comfortable rostering him tonight?
Yeah, I think I like Rajon Rondo slightly more, but I certainly have no problem with Kyle Lowry. I mean, people target point guards against Cleveland for a reason. It's because Kyrie Irving is a one-dimensional offensive player, and Kyle Lowry has a really high floor because even when his shot is off, he's so good at steals and rebounds and assists. So I certainly have no problem with Lowry tonight.
Rondo, an interesting play here. We've heard over the years how great a defender Chris Paul is, but this is one of those pace games that even no matter who's the defender on the other side, someone like Rondo could be a very intriguing. Another intriguing option here at the top of point guard is John Wall. Now, we've seen Wall be an electric player of late. Maybe he's complaining a little bit about not having billboards in Washington, D.C., but he's been absolutely fantastic for Washington. And tonight he gets the 76ers. Adam, you mentioned earlier, you like targeting against the Sixers. Wall on the road in Philadelphia. Is this a matchup you like?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the Sixers, out of all the matchups, not just for point guards, I think Sixers, point guards against the Sixers is the best we can possibly do. So yeah, John Wall, Wizards are coming off a bad loss in which they lost the game to the Bulls, in which Derrick Rose and Jimmy Butler didn't play. I think really strong spot for John Wall.